Beloved, two areas I wish to touch on briefly today are: one, living with guilt; and two, not recognizing your blessing. Firstly, living with guilt. Have you ever been burdened by the realization and deep regret of the pain and suffering you have caused others? The guilt of letting down family, friends, a lover, or colleagues through acts of omission or commission, or through the sharp and painful words you spoke. Secondly, not recognizing your blessing. People sometimes miss their blessing, their joy, because they are too burdened by guilt or too busy navel gazing, caught up in themselves and engaged in their own plans, and thus failing to recognize the gift from God, the prayer answered when it comes knocking on their door, when it stares them right in the face. The story that I find quite touching is a story told by the Dominican friar, Br Dominic of Caserta, who observed Thomas Aquinas, the great Christian philosopher, in prayer, when suddenly Christ called out, "You have written well of me, Thomas. What reward will you receive from me for your labor?" To which Thomas replied, "Non nisi Te Domine, non nisi Te." That is, nothing except you, Lord, nothing except you, which is also reminiscent of the Apostle Paul's declaration, "For me to live is Christ, and to die is gain." Paul and Aquinas are both men who lived their lives taking personal responsibility for their past actions, asking forgiveness from others, and knowing their guilt was forgiven and paid for by the blood of Yeshua. Importantly, they knew when their blessing arrived. True freedom comes from handing our total being over to God, to surrender our will to God's will. We become truly human when we abandon pride and we surrender completely to God, when we love others and God, when we take responsibility for our actions. As Christians, we often forget this. We focus on the burdens that come with guilt, our regrets, and our failures. Yet Christ gives us this guarantee: "Cast all your burdens on me, because I care for you." When we trust Yeshua with our burdens, it is high places that await us. And if God be for us, who can be against us? Scripture says in Psalm 18, "It is God that girds me with strength and makes my way perfect. He makes my feet like hinds' feet and sets me upon my high places." And in Habakkuk 3, where it says, "Yet I will rejoice in the Lord. I will joy in the God of my salvation. The Lord is my strength, and he will make my feet like hinds' feet, and he will make me to walk upon mine high places." Therefore, let us do the will of our Father which is in heaven. Let us not be burdened by guilt or be blind to our blessing, but let us ask forgiveness from those whom we have wronged. Let us be sensitive about the many blessings which come our way. Let us live freely in the knowledge that only goodness and mercy will follow us every day when we do His will, when we open our eyes to the free gift of Yeshua. Stay strong. Stay blessed. Shabbat Shalom.